sided plug-in, so like, because everybody has a lineup, especially for convention, and you can like share plugs with everybody. It's awesome. And for like flat irons. Okay, so I guess we're gonna get started. I think it's exactly on the dot. I'm trying to be sufficient. So my name is Jess Markowitz. I'm from Las Vegas. We didn't have one this year in Vegas, so all of our peeps came here to visit you guys in California. Who is from California? The whole room, but just the people that came with me.
That's closer to you.
You're what?
Closer to Las Vegas. I'm in Barstow.
Oh, you're in Barstow. Awesome. I love your hat. Awesome. Okay, so today we're going to talk about jet set goal setting. And so that goal setting, we're actually geared towards earning an incentive trip. Has anybody earned an incentive trip here? Almost. Yay, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Yay! Okay, so why do we want to earn incentive trips?
Because they're free.
Because they're free? Okay, that's a good one. What else? Have fun. Yeah, what else? Why else would we want to earn one? Yeah. Everything's taken care of. That's so true. And then some. You get like extra stuff too, right? What else?
It sets your business up to be successful.
It sets your business up to be successful. How does it do that, Melissa?
It tells you exactly what to do in order to earn the incentive, and as you're earning the incentive, you're successful in your business.
Okay, so she says that it tells you exactly what you need to be doing while you're striving to earn this incentive. So you're working your business and doing the things you need to do to earn your incentive. And meanwhile, you're earning money at the same time, right? I heard it's another hand out there. Oh, you're going to say the same thing? Making money. Yeah, absolutely. So, welcome everyone. I was like, oh my gosh, it's 3 o'clock. We got to start. I'm sorry. So, incentive trips. They're amazing, you guys. One of the very first top 100 incentive trips was to Greece. And I remember being in the convention, reunion, we call it now. And the first thing the human in me said is, yeah, right, I have no top 100. And then I said, well, wait a minute, why not? Why can't I? Why can this person over here get it and not me? Like, what's the difference? And so the first thing I did is I decided that I'm just gonna see what I have to do. So what is the first thing we would do, an action, in order to know what we have to do? Look at the workstation, and then read the rules. So where would we print it out? Under the incentive tab, yes. So we would print this little awesome little thing out. This was the 2019 incentive trip tracker. And it literally breaks down the things that you have to be doing consistently. Hence, we get points for pay at title consistency and yeah. I don't know why I'm shaking. I'm not even nervous. That's weird. I think it's because I didn't eat enough today. Usually it's because I didn't eat enough. Oh, you're so sweet. Maybe I will. Honestly, I might be a mooch. That would be awesome if you bring me something. So some of the actions are PRB consistency, frontline certification, frontline active. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Personal promotion points, monthly paid to title consistency, and frontline sensational start. So somebody that has earned a trip, I had to read this off, and I've been in the business for 8 years. Is there a reason why I had to read this off? I didn't like to memorize it.
It's different every time.
It can change. Oh, thank you. Ooh, actually like a power bar. It does change, kind of, but they're all the same actions because it's actually a program, guys. The incentive trip. I have this video that didn't work out. I wanted you guys to hear it from Orwell himself. But when I was in Greece, when I did earn that trip for my husband and I, and it's not the only trip I've ever earned, but it was I was the most proud because I didn't think that was possible in the beginning. And as soon as I decided, and I flipped the script in my brain that it is possible and I am worthy, then I realized that, okay, let me use this printed out structure to help me do the things that I need to do. And you know what happened? Who is that? My name's Jess Markowitz. I saw her go, who is that? Where is it? I thought she was like, who's this chick talking? In the workstation under incentives. It's probably still there. They haven't taken it down yet. But anyways, squirrel, where was I? What was I saying? Oh, Grease. Oh, most proud. Worthy. You got it. Thank you. All right, yeah. There's a lot of squirrels in Scentsy. I'm sure you guys know that. It's very squirrels flying everywhere. Okay, so when I still don't know what my point was. Hold on a second.
Orville's video.
Show us.
Orville, thank you. Okay, I know I have all these like notes, but it's still there's the one you do, you write, the one you practice, and the one you do. That's just the way presenting is, just so you know. Okay, so my husband, he just is a very like I want to know why kind of person, and I do too, but I'm not the one to ask because I'm a shy person. You wouldn't know that unless you know me personally. So I'm not the one to ask, and he said, why do you do incentive trips? And you'd think the obvious was so we can go to Greece, right? Yeah, heck yeah. He said that's just the carrot. That's the carrot to keep us focused, and so we'll want to move towards the carrot, okay? But what is all of this in the meantime?
Movement.
What?
Movement.
Movement, yeah. Movement. We're actually doing something, right? What else?
Growth.
Building a team. Growing how?
Personally, your team in person.
Personally, and your team. So your team, which is your business. So they've said that you only can grow as much as you, what? What's into that?
Think you can, or
Yes, you can only grow as much as you think you can. And what's an action that has to happen in order to grow? Move, work, okay, that's what she said. You know what, you guys, just so you know, I want you guys to find the answers yourselves. Because that's the best way we learn. If I just stand up here and said, okay, we have to do this and we have to do that, and blah, 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 you're not gonna learn anything. So I really want you guys to get your thinking caps on. You know this stuff. You wouldn't be here if you didn't know, because you know that you have to take tangible steps forward, and being at this event is a step. You're investing in yourself. You're investing in yourself, in your business, and your ability to learn more things, grow more relationships, because this is a relationship business, right? So we have to be able to pull from other people and try to find different things that people are doing to find our own groove. Okay, so what are our core values?
Authenticity, generosity, and
Authenticity, generosity, and simplicity. Okay, so this is what Orville said when he asked him this question. He said, if you take a couple of principles, the principles are these different actions in the tracker, and you get a tool in place. So the tools we're going to talk about in a second, that you then use to apply those tools, and then what is elusive becomes super simple. Okay, so does anybody in this room ever felt like ever overwhelmed with your business? Ever?
yeah.
And when you thought about, when you got through it, because you obviously got through it, you're here, you weren't like, take this job and shove it, right? You're still here. All right. When you look back, what was the biggest hurdle? What was the biggest problem? Getting out of your own way, right? We were making it harder than it was, and we're not keeping it simple. Okay? So I'm not here to tell you all these snazzy things that I've done in the time that I've been a Scentsy consultant, because I've had to go through my own journey and find my own things. But I am able to do something that is duplicatable. I'm able to show you and direct you to things that we can all follow, and then we're going to be able to find the things ourselves that works for us. So all of us have to have PRV. Why do you think that's something that we get points for? Don't think it's like be confident. It's, you know the answer.
sales.
Sales.
It's the whole
thing you have to do?
To make a sale. Okay, so why, okay, let me just throw this at you. Why putting out our products into circulation? Why is that important?
That's how we meet people.
I'm sorry?
Promoting Scentsy people.
That's how we meet people. So the product is our tool. It's another tool that we have to create relationships. Because why? We're in a fragrance business. What does fragrance do to people? What was that?
Make them happy, make them sad, make them feel
So
loved.
emotions, it creates emotions and memories. Yes. So we have the best tool in the world, you guys. They say that people don't remember what you say, but they're going to remember the way you make them feel. And so we have a tool that really creates an emotional reaction. So when I started Scentsy, buying Scentsy, I was in the middle of nowhere. It was my first trip out of my family and friends with my husband. He was military. And so I had a baby in a carriage, a little car seat, and a 2-year-old. And then my husband comes home, and we just got there and says, guess what? I'm leaving for 6 months. Peace out. I'm just kidding, he didn't say that. But so so I got going on the trip. And so, I'm not gonna lie, I got into a big depression. I didn't have any friends, I didn't have any family, never been away from my mom and my car. And I was stuck with 2 kids in diapers. I know you're not like sympathetic because 2 is like nothing to you. She's got 6 kids. But for me, it was so much and I couldn't handle it. So, anyways, getting back to the product, the only thing that made me smile. You know what made me smile? Is when my Scentsy lady showed up with my 1 bar every month that I could afford to buy. 1 bar, and it was $5 back then. That was the only money we had to spare. I couldn't buy a 6-pack. I couldn't buy a new warmer. I could buy 1 bar. And so that is what changed my whole world that day. Is the lady's at the door, she's got my Scentsy stuff, today's a good day. And that we can do that for people. We don't realize that. I don't think we zone in on that enough. That it creates a mood. It can change a mood. And so what that does links to all the possibilities, which is wanting to share it with their friends and family because they want them to feel that way and they want to be smiling and happy, or they want to remember their grandma's kitchen. I know that's an old song, but you know what I'm saying? So we have this incredible tool to grow our business. And so when we use this tracker, we're going to be able, when we understand why we're doing it, instead of just going, okay, I made a sale, I made a sale, I made a sale, I made a sale, okay, 10 points, 20 points, 30 points. You're actually creating and adding value to people's lives. That's why PRV is like endless amount of points. It's not like limited. Because you have the opportunity to literally add value to people's lives with every time you show up to their house and deliver a product, or however you deliver. I hope it's personal. I hope it is. If you can, I strongly suggest that you make the point to show up to people and deliver in person, because that's when you're going to create relationships and build off of that relationship every single time. You're going to learn more things about them. And so now that you know that, oh my gosh, Susie just lost her job and she da-da-da-da, what do we know now?
She's looking for an opportunity.
You have an opportunity to share with her now. Okay? So we always have to have our ears on. So right there, that's a goal. I want to use my product and understand what I actually have in front of me. And what, I'm going to say, power we have. We have that kind of power that we can literally add value. And when we're adding and we're serving with a service heart and mindset, the sky's the limit, you guys. Do you know that when I earned Greece, it was the easiest incentive trip I've ever earned? I didn't feel like I was doing anything, because all I was doing is what I always do. I was like, that wasn't anything like different. I thought it was going to be a little harder than that. And so it was a proud moment when I was able to say, I made money while I earned that trip, and it wasn't wasn't as hard as I thought. All I was doing was just doing what I'm supposed to always do, even when there's not an incentive trip. But it just, sometimes we need that extra little something to get us moving, and that's why. So has anybody came close to earning a trip, but just not quite there? Okay, so how did it make you feel? I'm sure you were like, right? Okay, but
Only 2,000.
oh, it's only 2,000. Okay, so what can you learn from that? Here. That's why I wore these shoes.
To be honest, was that's one of the things that I have been dreaming more. I'm being so close that it takes me longer to recuperate. I get sad.
You got a little depressed.
Yes, then after that, I didn't make it, and then my husband is in the service, we move and then it start all over again. Then I'm like coming back again to
Okay.
fresh and see for the next one.
And so I love that mindset because you could use it as an obstacle. You can look at it as like, man, now I have to start all over. Or you can say, oh my gosh, I have all this opportunity with new people, and I get to, create a whole new relationship and, build my business in other areas. And I will tell you, I'm not gonna lie, being in the service is actually a benefit because you get to change your world. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. For me, it just more fired me up. So kind of opposite.
Oh, good.
Because I knew I was the same, only 2,000 away.
Oh, your throat is hurting. I don't want you to have to strengthen.
voice. I'm actually better.
Oh, good.
For me, it actually fired me up because I knew I was 2,000 away. So in my head before I had the doubt, but now I know I can do that. And I just need 2,000 more. How easy is that?
That's awesome. So, I'm sure there was always a level when you get somewhere close, you feel a little bit of disappointment. That's the human in us. That's just,
Yeah.
But if you look at it and say, what did I learn in that point? Because I had a goal that I was staring at, did I work a little bit more and take my step out of my comfort zone? Did I, stay up a little bit later? Did I take an extra party that I probably wouldn't have if I didn't have something to get me there? And what was your name? I'm sorry, I can't see. Carmen, did your business grow?
During that time, yes.
During that time, your business grew. So that's a success. That means that program is a success. Because that's not what the program is set up for, you guys. That's just the happy dance afterwards. Woohoo, let's go celebrate. In the middle is the goal. Is that I have a new frontline. They've actually certified. Oh my gosh, they hit level 1, 2, or 3. Because this compensation plan is built off of service, about giving more than taking. So if we are focusing on that, yes, if I get to Switzerland or wherever you're, going to, whatever, that was our last one, or whatever you're striving to get to that excites you, because a location may not excite you, but that shouldn't discourage you from working the program. That shouldn't. I'm here to tell you that I didn't understand that for a long time, okay? Because I was just doing what I knew to do. And so earning incentive trips, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I didn't. It never struggled. I never did. But then 2 years ago, today, I lost my brother to suicide. And you know that that's like carpet right underneath you, right? Your whole world just changes. And I stopped doing what I know to do, which was putting energy towards other people. And what does that do? I'm hurting other people. I'm not serving other people. And you know why I got in such a huge depression? Is because that is what keeps the heart healthy. That's what motivates people, is the service. Like, success isn't measured on how much you do, it's how much you help other people do. And there's actually a saying, and I wish I wrote it down, but it says that the more you help other people achieve their goals, the more you'll achieve yours. Like, yours will just start flying. And that's how I felt when I earned that top 100 one. Because that was, like I said, I didn't believe I could do it at first. And then I was able to say that what the biggest, most emotional part of that was, is that I saw all the people that had joined my team, had promoted, had earned these different sensational starts, that were growing their own teams, and they were achieving the things that I've experienced. I keep looking at you. I don't know why, but I think you're just like, you're so like intense. So she's listening, so I'm listening there. I'm sorry. How can I serve? How can I help more? And these right here are how you're going to do it. I can get my products out in circulation as much as possible. How am I going to do that? That's really up to you guys. There's options. You know, what is your schedule like? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to do a fundraiser? Are you willing to do an event? Are you able to do home parties on Thursday and Friday night or whatever? The one thing I tell my entire group, there's two sides to everything. And you're the only one that's going to be able to decide if you could do that or not. I can believe in you all day long. I can know what you're capable of. But until you decide that that's true, there's nothing we could do for you. So the fact that you guys are here, you believe enough. You believe enough that you could come to this event and you can receive enough inspiration and tools to do something more than what you're already doing. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So frontline certification, why is it so important to try to get our team members to promote as fast as possible, to at least certify, but obviously more. But that's the one you get your points for in the incentive period. Yes. Oh, hold on. Okay, you said what? So they get a raise. So they get a raise, 5%, right? Why are they be excited about 20% and they can be excited about 25%, right? So statistically, consultants stay in the business longer when they get certified. We gotta get them certified, guys. That's why that's important, is because they've shown statistically that if people get to certified, they tend to stay in the business longer. It's not like a guarantee they're gonna stay forever, but they tend to stick it out a little bit longer, and then you have more time to hopefully work with them and try to help them find some goals. So, personal promotion points. What's happening when you have personal promotions in your business?
You're growing.
How?
Your team and PRD too.
Your team's growing, the volume's growing, yes. So let's back up to certified. What has to happen actually before a consultant gets certified?
Sales.
Yeah, you have to get, definitely. But what has to happen before that? They have to join. So there has to be an intentional, we use this a lot with my team, intentional goal that you're going to sponsor new people. It can't be just oh, I hope somebody joins, or oh, that'd be cool. There has to be an intention. Every month, how many people am I going to add to my team? So I'm so blessed that I joined under an amazing upline. She happened to be the shining star last year. Becca Levi, yes, she's awesome. Mm-hmm. When I very first started, I heard of a 2-year plan. And it breaks down how to maximize the compensation plan. And so definitely write this stuff down, okay? It's a 2-year plan. Before I share it with you, does anybody know how to get another 5% on your sales every month, even if you have nobody on your team?
$2,000 in sales.
$2,000 in sales. Why 2,000? Why not 1,500?
She has an answer.
No. She's like, I didn't say anything. Okay.
2,000 is what you have to have in your team, right?
Because what?
4 parties.
Okay, so Ms. Melissa said it's 4 parties. Statistically, the average order is about $45 a person, and the average party is about 500 home parties. Okay, that's like getting in front of the average 6 to 8 people in a party. Okay, they broke this down, you guys. They've done the system, they've done the experiments, it works. I am one to tell you, I'm not just talking about something I've never done. When I heard that I can get an extra 5% bonus, one thing I didn't tell you guys is that that broke as a joke when I joined. I literally charged my last credit card that was available. Everything else was maxed, and I called every card seeing if I had the amount on left on. That's how broke we were at the time. And I had exactly enough to get my kit. And so, when I heard that I can get extra money, I didn't know if I could sponsor, but I knew I could sell. Well, I didn't know I could sell, I'm not gonna lie. I really didn't. I actually told her like every reason why why I'd be a horrible consultant. But I did know I could sell one thing. It was our cause warmer, the autism warmer, because my cousin's autistic. And so I had confidence in that one warmer. That's all I care about. That's all I thought about. Is, oh, I can sell that warmer. I didn't think about anything further. And so sometimes people just need to connect with one thing. Okay, so do not undershadow our fundraising cause products. Because the average person is led by service. So even if they don't need money, even if they don't, you know, want to buy their own whatever, like they may just want to be a part of a company that shares amazing opportunities to fundraise, okay? So, and I'm that person, okay? So I wanted the extra 5%. So $2,000 was my every goal. When she was able to break it down to me what that looked like, I was able, it was more tangible. Okay, to do one party a week, I have to strive to get 6 to 8 people there, and the average order is about 45. So if we're bringing in, if we're going to at least $45, where do I focus in the catalog? What would be a simple place to focus in the catalog? Combined Saints, yes. Because there's your minimum of less than, I mean, what's the cheapest one's like $60, right? No, 35?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. $20 bundle?
No,
Like for real?
no,
$35. Okay. So, and then they only want the $35. Okay, if I want to do this, I need to. If they just bought a tea rose warmer and a Luna, what's something you could do to try to get them up to another $10? A Luna body wash, you know, that's another $9. So making sure you're educating your clients. Don't just stop when they say, oh yeah, I want that, because they need to know that there's more options. One of my team members is here and she's just like, I've read this 1,000 times. I do this all the time. She should actually be here teaching this, honestly. Anyways, she's just being sweet and being here for me to support me. So we have to have goals and strategy. When we go to a party, we can't just go like, oh, I hope this works out. I hope that everybody likes everything. I hope that everybody shows up. There has to be strategies. How am I going to get at least 6 to 8 people to a party?
Over-invite.
Over-invite, yes. You know this stuff, guys, but are you doing it? That's what we all, even me, have to ask ourselves every month, every day, every week. Am I actually doing it? Consistently. Okay, so that's the big thing. Scentsy has actually written it out for us. Now we just, instead of saying like, oh, I just don't know, this doesn't work for me, blah, 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 going, okay, with this script that they've actually written for us, because you know what, doing the script that's already done is maybe changing the script for you because you haven't done it, right? So $2,000 broken down to 4 parties is about 30 to 45 people a month. And if you break that down, if you ask 35 to 40 people a month to join your Scentsy team, or join the journey, I like to say, not just you, it's not about you, it's about them. 2 to 3 people will join, 1 to 2 people statistically will join your front line. And a lot of people say, well, if I'm asking everybody, then what if everybody wants to join? That is the best problem you will ever have in this business. Everybody join my team, what do I do? I promise you, you will not have an issue figuring out how to get $500 in sales. Because why do you think that $500 is, well, why is $500 important in Scentsy? There's a couple of different reasons, a couple of different opportunities with 500. What's significant? Does anybody know?
Your team bonuses.
Team bonuses, sponsoring bonuses, that you get paid off your title if you put in your $500 every month. Okay? Why do you think that is? You're like, well, I sponsor the people, I got them on. Why do I got to do anything now? Why can't I just get paid?
Lead by example.
Lead by example. Get more, because obviously you get paid off your sales. You might as well sell.
What I say to my new consultants is that break the pyramid, like the
Pyramid.
yeah, that people think, oh, I put people, I back up.
Oh.
It's keep you working and
Doing the same
doing
thing.
the teaching.
Okay, so what she said is that we're doing the same thing. I'm no different at a superstar director level than a certified consultant, because guess what? What one of my team members did not like is that we all started certified every beginning of every month. So if I don't have $1 in, my rank is a certified consultant every month. Even though I've earned superstar director, I start just like you guys, everybody. Okay? And we have to do it with. We call ourselves Scentsy family for a reason, because we're not in this by ourselves. We're in business for yourself, but not alone. Okay? So I don't think I want to, I wouldn't be inspired by somebody that's not doing what they're asking me to do. Right? That's like bad management in like a normal job, right? Go do this, go do that, and I'm gonna sit over here and kick my feet up and do nothing and collect a paycheck. That's not inspiring, right? That's one of those. So what's another $500 significance in Scentsy?
The shooting star.
Shooting star.
Then you teach them if you can do it, then you do it.
Yeah, that's like one of their first goals that Scentsy sets for them. That even if they don't have no goals, like you said you had no goals when you joined, Scentsy starts the goal going for them, okay? And so what happens when they earn that? I achieved something in Scentsy? I got like a award? What? I didn't do anything. What is that doing?
Shows them that it's not as hard as they thought.
Yes, it's helping them build their confidence. And when you have confidence, you're able to do and you're willing to do more, right? And then all of a sudden the opportunities start to grow. And then what are you? Halfway to certified. And then when you're certified, you're halfway or more than, whatever, very close to Sensational 1. So we're tiptoeing them and moving them along with these goals. These are all goals that Scentsy put in place, guys. We don't have to be like rocket scientists. And again, everything I'm talking about, apply to yourself. So even though you've been in the business for 10 years, I don't care. Your goal should be $500 in the first 15 days of every month. Just like your new team members. Because if you could do it, so can they, right? All right, so what are some significant attributes of a Scentsy consultant? There's no cookie cutter. That's obviously, if you look around the room, everybody is so authentically them and different, and love that. But what are some significant attributes that tend to, that are drawn to like a direct sales and our specific company, Scentsy?
Giving more than you take.
Giving more than you take, yeah. What else?
Self-starters.
Self-starters.
Someone who's positive.
Positive, yeah. Anything else? They all smell good, yes! Awesome, we hope so, right? I like to say, and I've seen this with the more higher percentage. There's always going to be people that aren't. Like we say positive, but there's also always people that aren't. It's just gonna happen. With a large quantity of people, there's always gonna be. But the majority of people with Scentsy, especially ones that actually show up to things like this, like all of you, are likable people. We're likable, right? People don't run oh my gosh, there's a Jess, I'm leaving. I'm like, oh gosh, don't let her see I'm here. You're somebody that when you come in the room, generally people are happy to see you. Right? Am I right? I hope. Yeah. I hope so. So I have a client that just texted me, it's her birthday tomorrow, and I have some bars for her, and she's like, it's my birthday tomorrow? I'm like, I know, I have something special. And she's like, you don't have to bring anything, I'm just excited to get to see you on my birthday. That made me feel so good. I'm like, really? She just wants to see me? Oh, and I didn't even know she liked me. She's actually the kind of lady that's intimidating, and she makes me think she doesn't like. I'm like, she hates me. Literally. She's 10 feet tall, and I feel like a little girl when I'm with her, and I was like, why did you do that? I always feel really inadequate around her, but we don't know what's really going on in their head. Do you know what I mean? So that really made me feel good. So make sure you notice those things, because if you don't pay attention to those little moments that people are letting you know what's good about you and what you do for them, you're not going to know to do it again, right? So if somebody says, oh my gosh, you made me feel so special today, or that was just so cute, do it again, because it's probably going to influence somebody else. And that is how that circle of bringing customers into a client, which is loyal, and then into a hostess, and then into a team member, and then the next leader on your team. And then guess what? You're really not in this alone anymore. Right? And then, so we did handle the Shooting Star 500, paid a title, first 15 days for yourself, okay? And then if you have your $500 in your first week, or for 15 days, what is the minimum you're going to get in that month? Paid a title. So even if you're striving for $2,000 and it doesn't happen, you at least know you're going to make that up with your team members' sponsored bonus. Has anybody never sponsored somebody yet in here? Okay, awesome. That just means that your whole journey is ahead of you. Because when you have this business, you're doing this business with somebody, it's so much more fun, it's so much more simple, because you don't have to know it all. I learn from my team members all the time. I mean, I call my team members saying, I don't know what this answer is to you. So you don't have to feel like you're the only person anymore. You're not alone. So again, you're in business for yourself, but not alone. So remember that always. Why is consistency a goal? Why do we get why do we get points for the incentive trip for consistency?
Because we should be reaching that repeatedly, not just like once. If you're consistently working, you should be consistently hitting those goals.
Okay, I was going to say why. Okay, so she said if you're consistently working, you're going to consistently achieve those goals. And sometimes above and beyond, right? When you don't even realize it, because what are you doing? You're building momentum on the way. So you may be consistently doing the same tasks for the first 3, 4, 6 months, year, whatever. But what you're doing in that year or 6 months, let's say 6 months because that's the incentive period, what you're doing is building momentum. And so you may get so close or even halfway, like you could look at yourself and say, would I have gotten even that far if I didn't focus on these specific goals that are on this sheet? Anybody that earned a trip, would you? You almost earned a trip. Would you have gotten as far as you did if you weren't striving to do the things that were on this? No. So the first task that everybody should do when that incentive trip comes out, if that's something that and it's okay that the incentive trip is what motivates you guys. It's okay. I love to travel. I didn't know I did until I started traveling. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is like awesome. So I've never been anywhere outside the states that I've lived in until Scentsy. I've been in like 23 states now, and I've been to like, I think 15 countries. Yeah, like what? I'm not even like a member of the military. I didn't even join the military. And funny enough, I was supposed to join the military. I was supposed to leave 3 weeks after I joined Scentsy. I got medically disqualified 2 days before I met my sponsor. It's because I was supposed to go to Scentsy boot camp, not the U.S. boot camp. Okay, so let me see where I am. Let me see where I time this. I'm almost done here. We did that. So I really don't. Remember, if you guys are going to present in the future, oh, I see you. Don't worry. It's the one you write, the one you practice, and the one you do. That's your presentation. Yes. I'm going to come out there because I want everybody to hear you. Because I probably can't hear you.
I wasn't sure if it's the 2-year plan, because I want to get that down.
Oh, yeah, let me write it again.
I'm ready, but you can do it.
Oh, I no, see? You gotta put me on track. Okay, thank you. All right, $2,000 in sales every month. Get you your 5% sales bonus of 30%. 4 parties a month. A week. That's good. That's good. I've done it, guys. I've done 2 parties in a day. But that's how driven and like dire need I needed money though. So you're gonna know how bad you want it, right? I'm not saying that's what you have to do, but if you do it, you get results. So let me tell you. Okay. 6 to 8 people at the party generally gets you about $500 in sales, which is going to get you those 4 parties that equal to $2,000. You guys, you got it? You following me?
Yeah.
Okay, then if you're asking, or I don't even like to say asking, it's just on your program to say that. If you're sharing the opportunity with every person, give them their options. You can buy this product, you can get it for free if you host a party and grab some people that like Scentsy too, and you can end up getting this free. Or you can get both of those and make money off of it too. What? If you give them their options, it's more likely for them to say yes to one of them than not at all. If you just, this is my sale and I'm done, you only have 50-50 chance. They're gonna not buy at all or they're gonna buy, right? So 1 to 2, I keep saying 2 to 3. 1 to 2 people will join your team and actually say yes if you're talking to 35 to 45 people a month.
I think it was the last World Tour, I'm not sure, but they said to actually, like a session that we did, go the opposite. Ask them to join or start that conversation first.
Yes.
How about hosting? Okay, now buy.
The worst they're gonna do is buy.
Yeah, why not start at the top?
I love that you shared that. Thank you so much. It's so true. Like, that's probably, they always say that do the hardest thing first, and asking people to join or sharing the opportunity is usually the hardest for most consultants. So if you start with the hardest thing, it's easier. It gets easier as you go. They're like, no, it's not for me. I don't want to buy it, but okay, I will buy this. And you're like, okay, right? But, okay, so this is what I want you to remember the most. The only thing you should fear in this business is somebody coming to you and saying, you didn't tell me. Because guess what? The lady I bought for a year didn't tell me that was an option because I didn't read the catalog. I just told her what I liked and she ordered it. I never looked at a catalog until I joined. All I said is I like vanilla and I want something that's pink for my daughter's room. So she got me the blue bud thing and that was it. And so, but she didn't share, and she knew how really broke I was. I was like, you're not nice. How don't you tell me about this? But your journey is your journey, right? So my journey wouldn't have happened the way it was. But what I'm trying to tell you is that I joined somebody else's team that I met in 30 minutes. I knew her for 30 minutes. She shared the opportunity with me. The next morning, I couldn't sleep. I woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning and signed up. And the rest is history, right? Yes, Christina.
Kim's heard this like 5,000 times probably, but this is something that I tell everybody because it was mind-blowing.
Stand up, so you can see me.
So I don't remember where I learned it, but there was a woman that was at a direct sales convention. It wasn't for Scentsy, but it was another one, and she was like one of the very top earners. And she was commenting to somebody next to her, and she said, you know what I just don't understand is why the person that introduced me to this company didn't offer it to me. What did she not see in me that I could be amazing at it? So you kind of think about it that way, like she wasn't mad, but she was like, why didn't you think I was good enough?
I'm so glad you shared that. That's so true.
I think people are scared of hearing no.
Oh yeah.
You're just gonna hear it.
Oh, I love you.
Is that your next?
I saw it. No. So you can print this off in the workstation still, right? I hope. Yeah.
If not, you can find it on Pinterest.
What? Sorry. It's in the workstation, right?
Yeah, but there's different variations on Pinterest too. So you
Okay,
just
so
Google it,
Pinterest or friend me on Facebook and I'll send it to you or whatever. But yes.
How do you call that?
It's called the challenge. Says each time someone tells you no, cross out one of the no's listed below. You set yourself a goal to get all 100 no's crossed out within the next 30 days. Because basically every no you get is closer to the yes. So like one of my direct superstar directors, she's like the shyest lady you'll ever meet. Like she wouldn't even do this. She said that whenever somebody said no, she'd go, yes! That's the only type of excitement you would see. And I was like, what? I've never even seen you get that excited. She's like, because I knew that I was just closer to my yes. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. So yeah, I'm sorry. She's being so patient. I'm sorry. The one with the pretty sweater.
I just wanted to say that when I joined, if my, what do you call yourself?
Sponsor.
She'll be my sponsor. She asked. If she wouldn't have asked, I wouldn't have said no because I was already thinking about it.
Oh, right.
So I was like in the border. But because she asked, I joined.
Yes.
So I wouldn't have joined if
She wouldn't have joined. And most people, when they ask, why did you join? They say, because somebody asked me. That's it. That's so true. Like the lady that I didn't know this lady, she's the one that said, well, why aren't you a Scentsy consultant? And I was like, because that's her job. I literally said that, like, can you help her be a good one? Because she sucks. I'm just kidding. I really did say that, but I didn't know. Anyways. So, she had bad customer service. Anyway, so, that's not nice of me. I'm so, God forgive me. Okay. So, 100 no's. And down here's the yes. So yeah, there's a lot more no's, and that can be intimidating, but how exciting is it gonna be when you even get your first yes? Because what's that gonna do? It's going to show you that people do want to do this. And ask yourself this. Do you not believe in your own taste? Like, you believe Scentsy's amazing. You thought it was a great opportunity. So don't you think other people would too? I'm sure you've heard this a million times, but I'm gonna throw it out there. When you eat at a good restaurant, don't you get excited to go, did you try blah, 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 blah before yet? And they have the best blah, 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 blah. You're excited to share, right? And they're like, really? Oh my gosh, we're going out to dinner tomorrow. I'm gonna go try that. But you have to be sold on it and passion. Passion creates energy, and we all feed off each other energy, right? So they're gonna be like, I'll want whatever you got, whatever all that's going on, I want some of it. And I want you to shake it all over me. And that's what happened. Seriously, people used to say that to me. They're like, I don't know what's going on with you, but I want to bottle it up and shake it on me. I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea what it is, but I know what it is now. It's Scentsy Spirit. So, oh gosh, we're like done, aren't we? Yeah, we're over. Let me just close with this. I got no amazing skills to share that I could say work for a perfect, it's gonna work for you, because we're all different. We have different lifestyles, we have different skills, we have different likes and dislikes. But if you all set a goal to move forward and even just print out this program, even if the next incentive trip is not where you want to go, I promise you your business will move forward, okay? To finish up your 2-year plan, because I know I just got off on another tangent. 100 people are going to join if you do those things. And then how you're going to do that is if you are listening to training calls or videos at least once a week. Guys, you've got to train yourself. You can't receive something new in life without doing something and moving forward towards it. And we have to grow as people. Anybody that's done anything amazing that you think is amazing, because remember, success is only for the eyes of the beholder. What your success description is different than mine. So whatever, if you see somebody that you want, they've done whatever they've done, you are going to find out that 99.9% of them are going to say, what did they do that made them get to where they're going is they developed themselves on a personal level. Because Scentsy is a slam dunk, you guys. We have the best product on the market. It's consumable, it creates emotion, it makes people literally emotional about the product. They get addicted. We like that. The only addiction that we want people to have in life, right? The only fear is that they said that they didn't know because you didn't tell them, and the only addiction you want people to have in life is Scentsy addiction, right? Because it makes them feel good. It's good for them. It creates emotion. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you learned something.